Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Friday. All right, guys, welcome back to Up and Adam Channel 2. We have a lot of secret lives of Mormon wives to jump into. This does not stop, which, listen, I'm all here for it, but we're about to break into it, especially because we have our girl Whitney, who ended up going on Amanda Hirsch's not skinny, but not fat. Now, this girl's kind of funny to me. She's interesting in the sense that, like, I feel like there's a lot of hypocrisy in these conversations, but then hold on, let's cue Demi. Let's cue Demi. I want to hear what you guys think, guys. Pop off in the comment section. Please let me know where you're watching from. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed, and let's jump right in. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna play a couple clips for you, and then I'm gonna get into Demi doing her Q&A. This one was interesting, to say the least, but let's start here.
How does it feel when people still to this day reference the
the RSA video?
Correct.
I didn't even know what was happening with that video. I didn't even know it was like taking a turn in a negative way. And then my husband called me, is like, you need to take that. Like,
Did you take it down?
yeah, I did take it down. I had needed some time before like I came out and said
Yeah.
anything. And also I didn't really have a big platform then. It was really small. So I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that's like
So
such a part of my life.
of your
like,
story.
I hate that.
Like that
but
would that be your one kind of regret on
yeah, it's
social
like
media?
Kim's sex tape. Like that's my sex tape, I guess. It will always haunt me and always be with me.
Tape. How does it feel when people still to this day?
Okay. Well, hold on.
I was writing and I was like, you're doing so good. You're doing so
Yes.
good, sweetie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. And then you
Thank you.
turned.
Oh, with the whole Taylor thing.
Yeah, you turned on Taylor and I don't understand why.
I think that some people get scared of Taylor's following.
Mm,
And so they always want to be on her good side. But it's like, if Taylor does me dirty, like I don't owe her anything.
you picked the wrong side, Whitney.
Hey, I like the side. I
Okay.
picked, so I'll stick with
But
that.
Taylor was into you. She was
Yeah.
like, she was one of the people like willing to accept you kind of back. and
Yeah,
blah, blah,
for
blah.
sure. There's so much more that went into that story that just wasn't shown. So you'll never know. But there's just know that there's more to that. Like I wasn't just like
Can you tell us what okay, there's
no,
two
I
things.
can't.
Oh, you can? I was writing and I was like, you're doing so good. You're doing so
Yes.
good, sweetie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. And then you
Thank you.
turned.
You know, it's funny because I think what happens in scenarios like this, I truly feel like you are dealing with an ensemble cast. We see this a lot of time on Housewives, where when you start off with an ensemble cast, people think they know who the star is going to be, and everybody wants to be the star. Now, if you guys did not watch The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives this second season, which they're already filming the third season, I'm sure that they're probably wrapping up soon. You're dealing with somebody who essentially, or a cast that essentially is going behind each other's backs. They're going to Hulu. They're trying to negotiate different contracts. They are fighting amongst each other. They're trying to get people cut off the show in order to get higher pay grades. And they're completely forgetting you guys are an ensemble cast. This is not the Whitney show. It's not the Taylor Frankie Paul show. That's not what this is. So I think when you look at it, and I think that when you sit here and try to navigate kind of what they're talking about in these moments and like, well, who's right and who's wrong? You guys are all right and you're all wrong in your own ways. Nobody is bigger than what the show is when you're an ensemble cast. 9 times out of 10, you end up, you branch off, you think that you're bigger, you think that you're better, but that's not how the game is played. Like, I feel like I'm like, has anybody like even listening to what I'm saying right now at this point? Like, this is not how the game is played. But I do want to talk about this too. Demi ended up doing this little Q&A, and she wanted to play fact or cap. And she was asked a couple questions. Zach has really changed. She said, for a minute, I thought that he had in some aspects, but everything I'm seeing lately, Cap, I think there's some major overcompensating happening at the moment. Okay. Okay. So we're calling that a cap. Fact or cap? Listen, I like your game. We'll sit here and play it. Next one. Is it true that you have no, not that one. Cease and desist against Jen. Go. She said, Cap, never sent one to anyone in my life. Okay, so that's a cap. Because Jen was like, even on a panel, she was like, well, I can't really talk about much because I've received a cease and desist. Well, did you receive a cease and desist or did you not? It's a very simple question. When you receive a cease and desist, that is something that comes in your, well, you can either get it delivered, you can get it in an email, you can get it in both, you can get it by mail, you can have somebody deliver it to you. But you definitely know when you receive a cease and desist. There's not really like a huge question to that. The next one was, is it true you have a large age gap between you and Brett? You all look the same age. I can't tell. She said, fact. Fact. It's 16 years. Okay. Next one was, has Brett known you since a child? She said, Cap, I've made a couple of satire TikToks about this and people are concerned for good reason. Oops. We met for the first time at our mutual friend's funeral when I was 22. I had heard of him, but he didn't know I existed before then. Thank God. Meaning, shut up about this. This is a cap. Okay. Lastly, cameras caught out of context moments of you for real. She said, fact. There was almost zero context to most everything related to me. It felt like a bad dream watching it back. That's another one of the fun things about being a reality TV star is when you're on TV, not only do you have to live it while you're filming it, but then when shit starts playing back, and then you have to relive it with the audience who is messaging you, DMing you, tweeting about you, hashtagging you, trashing you, praising you, applauding you. Literally every action that you can think of. That's like the one thing that I've heard in almost every interview that I've done with reality TV stars is them saying, this is like the hardest part of doing a reality TV show. Honestly, I want to hear what you guys think, especially about what Whitney's saying about Taylor Frankie Paul. She also said that she doesn't believe she is the leader of Montauk just because she is the star of the show does not mean that she's the leader. She feels like she is in no position to be considered a leader. And then Demi giving us our factor cap. Pop off. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Love you guys.